let's get started. In this one, we are going to cover the chapter, the most important chapter, that is nothing but the chapter 19 of the study material, that is the professional ethics and liabilities of auditor. So we are going to cover to the extent we can cover in one video, in one sitting, and that is all about the C. So professional ethics and liability of auditors. प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स एंड हम क्या बोल रहे हैं प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स एंड लाइबिलिटीज ऑफ ऑडिटर में तो व्हाट वी नीड टू लर्न दैट फर्स्ट बेसिकली कम अबाउट द लर्निंग आउटकम्स सो we need to cut short few things because the study material is very vast and इस अकेले चैप्टर में there are more than 151 pages around. So after reading this chapter, student shall be able to. तो इस चैप्टर को पढ़ने के बाद what the student shall be able to understand the application of the international. हमें समझ आएगा that how there will be the application कैसे होगी of the international and Indian code of ethics theoretically or practically. We will learn the application of fundamental principles of professional ethics by professional accountant in practice, service or otherwise occupied. Then we will be identifying the threats and safeguard measure with compliance of fundamental principle of professional ethics. So being the chartered accountant student or aspirant, we must know these things very deeply because अगर हम कोई चीज वायलेट करेंगे in the future तो that will be harmful for us. तो हमें प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स एंड लाइबिलिटी ऑफ ऑडिटर तो बहुत बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ना है. लेटर ऑन भी हम इसे पढ़ सकते हैं आफ्टर बिकमिंग द चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बट करेंटली एज अ पार्ट ऑफ द करिकुलम हम इसे अच्छे से पढ़ने की कोशिश करते हैं. तो हम क्या बोल रहे हैं दैट आफ्टर रीडिंग दिस चैप्टर स्टूडेंट शैल बी एबल टू स्टूडेंट को क्या पता चलेगा अंडरस्टैंड कैसे एप्लीकेशन होगी इंटरनेशनल हाउ देयर विल बी कैसे अप्लाई किया जाएगा इंटरनेशनल एंड इंडियन कोड ऑफ एथिक्स को थ्योरेटिकली तरीके से प्रैक्टिकली तरीके से. वी विल बी एबल टू लर्न द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल क्या है एथिक्स प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स के बाय प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट इन प्रैक्टिस सर्विस और अदरवाइज ऑक्यूपाइड. उसके बाद हम आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे थ्रेट एंड सेफगार्ड मेजर वेल कंप्लायंस ऑफ फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल ऑफ प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स. आगे बढ़ते हैं. जस्ट मूव टू द नेक्स्ट पेज. चैप्टर ओवरव्यू क्या है. दिस चैप्टर ये जो चैप्टर है वो क्या बताएगा हमें एनकैप्सुलेट्स करेगा हमें कौन कौन सी कैप्सूल्स खानी पड़ेगी इस चैप्टर के लिए. जस्ट अ मिनट. So this chapter encapsulates the relevant professional ethics guidelines, requirement and the standards of conduct expected from a chartered accountant. The chapter has been divided into various sections to facilitate the systematic and easy learning by the student. तो इस चैप्टर को फर्दर बहुत सारे पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया गया है. उसके बाद प्रोफेशनल एथिक्स हम क्या बोलते हैं व्हाट विल बी द ओवरव्यू ऑफ द कोड ऑफ एथिक्स. ओवरव्यू क्या होगा ऑफ द कोड ऑफ एथिक्स. द चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट एक्ट 1949 काउंसिल गाइडलाइंस रिकमेंडेटेड बाय सेल्फ रेगुलेटरी मेजर. व्हाट आर द रिकमेंडेटेड सेल्फ रेगुलेटरी मेजर्स क्या है. व्हाट आर द मेंबरशिप ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूट के बारे में कि चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट इन प्रैक्टिस है. आफ्टर मेंबरशिप व्हाट आर यू डूइंग बेसिकली whether you are going into the practice में जा रहे हो या फिर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट इन सर्विस एंड अदरवाइज ऑक्यूपाइड या फिर being a chartered accountant what are you doing further whether are you doing the practicing or you are going in the service and otherwise occupied है. The Chartered Accountant Act 1949 what are the types of misconduct हो सकते हैं कितने टाइप के. It may be professional it may be other misconduct. तो either the misconduct may be professional misconduct हो सकता है या फिर other misconduct हो सकता है. What are the disciplinary procedure क्या होगा. What are the schedule to the act. There may be the first schedule or the second schedule. All right. Moving further, we are discussing this the bada paragraph. We are reading it for the first time. I mean this time we are reading it for the first time and afterwards exam में ऐसे बड़े बड़े पैराग्राफ पढ़ना practically possible नहीं है. तो we will simply cut this paragraph. तो हम first and last बार इसको अभी पढ़ रहे हैं. This is the one thing from my side. CAR is one of the leading practitioner in Varanasi. CAR जो है वो that the same is one of the leading practitioners है वाराणसी में and is a partner in audit firm consisting of 8 partner. वो CAR जो है अब हम इसे साइड बाय साइड लिखते भी रहते हैं कि पता चला लास्ट लाइन पे पहुंच गए और हमें यही नहीं पता कि फर्स्ट लाइन में क्या लिखा था. तो सी ए आर इज अ चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट, वो प्रैक्टिस में है इन द स्टेट वाराणसी, इज अ पार्टनर है ऑडिट फर्म कंसिस्टिंग, पार्टनर है प्रैक्टिस में है, आठ पार्टनर्स में से एक पार्टनर है, वो फर्म का पार्टनर है, तो ही इज बेसिकली नॉट अ प्रोप्राइटरशिप प्रैक्टिस में नहीं है, ही इज इन द प्रैक्टिस अंडर द पार्टनरशिप फर्म. द फर्म इज अलॉटेड द ब्रांच ऑडिट ऑफ लीडिंग पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक. फर्म के पास क्या है, एक ब्रांच ऑडिट है पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक की इन द सेम सिटी हैविंग द एडवांसेस ऑफ, जिसका एडवांस है अराउंड 450 करोड़. एडवांसेस पोर्टफोलियो ऑफ द ब्रांच कंसिस्ट ऑफ सम रेपुटेड एक्सपोर्ट फर्म्स. और एडवांसेस पोर्टफोलियो जो ब्रांच का जो पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक है उसके पास एडवांस पोर्टफोलियो ब्रांच कंसिस्ट ऑफ सम रेपुटेड एक्सपोर्ट फर्म्स भी है उसके पास, जिसके रेपुटेड एक्सपोर्ट फर्म्स. It is noticed, फिर क्या है, it is noticed during the audit at drawing power in the stock statement. Obviously it is a bank audit, तो it is noticed during the audit at drawing power कि जो drawing power थी in the stock statement submitted to banker by this firm is not arrived at properly. तो जो stock statement submit की थी to banker by this firms, इन फर्म्स ने that is not arrived at properly नहीं पहुंची, and there are no apparent errors as such, और कोई ऐसी apparent मतलब देखते से दिख जाए ऐसी एरर हमें नहीं दिख रही है. The issue is raising can be overlooked, जो issue है वो overlooked हो जाएगा if he chooses to do so. अगर आप ऐसा चाहो तो issue can easily be overlooked, मतलब किसी का ध्यान ना जाए. Besides, his staff also digs out certain frivolous procedural irregularities in relation to this account. The account of all this firm are otherwise operating satisfactorily. बाकी सब ठीक है. He intends to report this account as NPA. और अब हम क्या चाहते हैं, that we intend to report this account as NPA in memorandum of changes and creating the headache for AGM every other day. Completion of audit is being delayed on one pretext or another. Completion of audit जो है वो delay होती जा रही है. Even informal calls by circle DGM proved to be futile. और जो सर्कल से कॉल्स आ रहे हैं that is seems to be futile, it is just useless. The amount involved are huge and much at stake for branch management. जो amount involved है वो बहुत ज्यादा बड़ा है and much is at stake for branch management. Frustrated and harassed, AGM of branch advises owner of this firm to meet कि वो CR से मिल ले in his office and sorted out the matter, को बस sort out कर दे. Out of 7 such firms, 3 owners meet him in his office and assure to avail services of his firm in immediate future. They also try to assuage his ego. He leaves out this account from reporting. Owner of the remaining firm do not meet him peeved by this. Their loan account are reported as NPA. Loan account को हमने क्या treat किया है, report किया है as NPA, and adverse comment are made in long form audit report. जो बैंक का जो फॉर्म होता है that is LFAR, तो हमने रिपोर्ट किया इट एज अ एडवर्स, हम एज अ एनपीओ से डिक्लेयर कर रहे हैं, एज अ एडवर्स बता रहे हैं उसको. इज द चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट एक्टिंग एथिकली, क्या जो चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट जो प्रैक्टिस में है वेदर दे आर डूइंग देयर वर्क एथिकली, अपना काम कर रहे हैं क्या. द आंसर इज साउंडिंग नो. ये द आंसर इज नो, दे आर नॉट डूइंग देयर वर्क सो एथिकली. ही इज ट्राइंग टू पुट हिज पर्सनल बेनिफिट एंड इंटरेस्ट अबाउट ऑल थिंग्स. Here the chartered accountant making their personal benefit and interest about all the things. He is overlooking certain matter falling in his discretion selectively for obvious reason. कुछ जानबूझ के वो क्या करे, ओवरलुक करे कुछ सर्टेन मैटर्स को, फॉलिंग इन हिज डिस्क्रिप्शन सिलेक्टिवली फॉर ऑब्वियस रीजन, इज नॉट लुकिंग एट थिंग्स ऑब्जेक्टिवली. A distinguishing feature of chartered accounting profession is the acceptance of responsibility to act in a public interest. We chartered accountant are abide to act in a public interest. We have to act in a public interest. We cannot overlook certain things for our personal benefits. Such a behavioral attitude is not expected from professionals. तो ऐसा इस टाइप का such a behavioral attitude is not expected from our professionals people. Ethics is something which comes from an individual intrinsically. Ethics जो है that is something जो आता है from individual intrinsically. It has to be ingrained in the temperament of an individual to withstand any selfish motive or temptation. It is a state of mind to act perform in accordance with the moral principle. Spirit of ethics is to be followed, not only what is expressly stated or codified. हमें सिर्फ वैसे ही नहीं करना पड़ता है कि कैसे उसे एक्सप्रेस किया है, stated और codify किया है. Consider another case of practicing chartered accountant who comes to know of certain information by virtue of his association with the client. He is also dealing with another client in the same line of business. Can he use information acquired from first line to advantage or disadvantage of second line? क्या हम अपने एक क्लाइंट की इंफॉर्मेशन किसी सेकंड क्लाइंट को शेयर कर सकते हैं? द आंसर इज नो. अगेन आंसर वुड बी नेगेटिव. As by doing so he could breach. अगर हम एक क्लाइंट की इंफॉर्मेशन दूसरे क्लाइंट के साथ शेयर करते हैं तो इट इज नथिंग बट द ब्रीच ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी. हम क्लाइंट की कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी को ब्रीच कर रहे हैं. It can lead to conflict of interest. There will be conflict of interest. A professional accountant is not supposed to allow a conflict of interest to compromise the professional or business judgment. Professional work of accountants could involve ethical situations on a daily basis consisting of perceived benefit, pressure, or dilemmas. There could be a thin line difference between the ethical and unethical. It required a judgment in every situation in accordance with the spirit of ethics and its principle. Exhaustive code of ethics is in place for public accountant. It not only contains the fundamental principles governing the professional ethics along with conceptual framework, but also deals with the independence requirement for assurance engagement. Besides, there are specific provision of Chartered Accountant Act 1949 dealing with the professional misconduct. Now moving to the chapter part. तो यहाँ पे हमें एथिक्स की इंपॉर्टेंस बताई और कैसे जो अनएथिकली काम किया जा रहा है उसके बारे में डिस्कस किया है. तो टिल डेट हमें कैसे चैप्टर को प्रोसीड करना है हमें बताया गया है कि कैसे after having your membership, after being the chartered accountant, you will go in a two case. Either you will do your practice or you will go to the service. Or there may be how many types of misconduct. There may be the professional misconduct हो सकता है. There may be the other misconduct हो सकता है. What are the council guidelines? There may be the disciplinary procedures हो सकता है. How many schedules? So they are basically the two schedule. First schedule of the act or the second schedule. उसके बाद whether we are allowed to act in a personal benefit, the answer is no. We have to act or we are abide to serve our services in the interest of a public interest. Then comes the introductory part. The Oxford Dictionary states ethics as a moral principle that governs a person's behavior. Ethics is what is a moral principle that governs a person's behavior. Ethics हमें बताता है about the person's के behavior के बारे में and how an activity is conducted और कैसे एक एक्टिविटी जो है उसे कंडक्ट की गई है. इट इज अ ब्रांच ऑफ नॉलेज दैट डील्स विद मॉरल प्रिंसिपल्स. ये एथिक्स हमें बताता है ब्रांच ऑफ नॉलेज दैट डील्स विद मॉरल प्रिंसिपल्स के बारे में. Whereas professional ethics consist of personal, organizational and corporate standard of behavior expected for professional. तो जो ऑक्सफोर्ड डिक्शनरी वो हमें बताता है अबाउट ऑक्सफोर्ड डिक्शनरी हमें क्या बताती है दैट वी नीड टू एक्ट एथिकली. What are the moral principle that governs the person का behavior कैसा होना चाहिए. How an activity कैसे एक activity को हमें conduct करना चाहिए. It is a branch of knowledge that deals with the moral principle. What are the moral principle? Whereas the professional ethics consist of personal, organizational and the corporate standards of behavior which is expected for professional. Chartered accountant as professional are engaged in building trust to vast variety of users, whether shareholder, government, bank, investor, employees or otherwise. They impose a public interest responsibility on their profession. Like other professionals, chartered accountant also have some sort of code of ethics. This code of ethics establishes the ethical requirement for professional accountant. तो हम क्या बोलते हैं चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट एज अ प्रोफेशनल आर एंगेज्ड इन building the trust to variety of users. These are what? They are engaged in building the trust to variety of users, whether shareholders, government, bank, investor, employee or other, which imposes a public interest responsibility on their profession. Like other professionals, chartered accountants also have some set of code of ethics. This code of ethics establishes the ethical requirement for the professional accountant. A chartered accountant, either in practice or in service, has to abide this ethical behavior. They're expected to follow the fundamental principle of professional ethics while performing their jobs. उन्हें क्या है professional ethics को तो follow करना ही पड़ता है while performing their jobs. Service users of professional should be able to feel secure that there exists a framework of professional ethics which govern the provision of those services. Any deviation from the ethical responsibility brings the disciplinary mechanism into action against the chartered accountant. Professional ethics, ethical, legal. What is the code of ethics? Its necessity. कोड ऑफ एथिक्स क्या है? व्हाट आर बेसिकली द कोड ऑफ एथिक्स? व्हाट आर द नेसेसिटी? हम क्या बोलते हैं दैट व्हाट इज बेसिकली द नेसेसिटी क्या है? एथिक्स आर एज ओल्ड एज ह्यूमन सिविलाइजेशन. एथिक्स जो होते हैं वो एज ओल्ड एज ह्यूमन सिविलाइजेशन की तरह ही पुराने हैं. इट इज नथिंग बट द लॉज एंड रूल्स ऑफ एक्सेप्टेबल बिहेवियर. किस एक्सटेंट का बिहेवियर जो है वो एक्सेप्टेबल है. The whole foundation of any profession, particularly CA profession, is its credibility. The sole purpose of code of ethics is to ensure and uphold is this credibility. The main ingredient of our profession is independence. An auditor need to be independent while carrying out his audit. The provision discussed in the same ensure the independence of members of the institute is not affected. Our institute motto Yaheshe Sapteshu Jagrati is adapted from the Kathopanishad and it denotes. इसे adapt किया है by the Kathopanishad and it denotes eternal vigilance. ये क्या denote करता है? Awakening when the world is asleep. हमें तब भी जागना है जब पूरा संसार जो है सो रहा है. This is our motto. What is our institute motto? Yaheshu Sapteshu Jagrati. Yaheshu Sapteshu Jagrati. That we need to awake even when the whole world is sleeping. पूरा सारा संसार सो भी रहा हो, still we need to feel we world is ऐसे हमें जागे रहना है. हमें हमेशा a distinguishing feature जो एक distinguishing feature है of the accountant profession. So distinguishing feature हम क्या बोलते हैं? एक distinguishing feature जो है of the accountancy profession is its acceptance of the responsibility to the act in the public interest. Code of ethics seeks to protect the interest of profession as a whole. It is a shield that enables us to command respect. Respect is not demanded. It is need. It is commanded respect. It is a shield that enables us to command respect. Then comes what will be the overview of the code of ethics. Then what will be the overview of the code of ethics? The revised code of ethics contain the following material. हम क्या बोलते हैं? Overview of code of ethics क्या है? जो revised code of ethics है that contain the following material. Part 1 complying with the code fundamental principle and conceptual framework which include the fundamental principle and the conceptual framework and is applicable to all professional accountant. पार्ट 1 जो है वो बात करेगा कि कैसे कंप्लायंस होगा कोड के साथ, फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल के साथ, कंसेप्चुअल फ्रेमवर्क के साथ which includes the fundamental principle and the conceptual framework. और ये एप्लीकेबल है सारे के सारे. पार्ट 1 बेसिकली किसके साथ डील करता है? पार्ट 1 बताता है वी नीड टू कंप्लाई विद द कोड, फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल, कंसेप्चुअल फ्रेमवर्क which include the fundamental principle and the conceptual framework and is applicable to all the professional accountant. Part 2 बात करता है about the professional accountant in service which set out additional material that applies to professional accountant in service. When performing professional activity, professional accountant in service include professional accountant employed, engaged or contracted in an executive and non-executive capacity in, for example, commerce, industry, service, the public sector, education. तो पार्ट 2 जो है that basically talks about professional accountant in service. जो प्रोफेशन मतलब कि पार्ट 1 जो है that is वो रिलेट करता है कि वी नीड टू कंप्लाई, हमें कोड के साथ कंप्लाई करना है, हमें फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल्स के साथ, कंसेप्चुअल फ्रेमवर्क के साथ विच इंक्लूड द फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल्स जिसमें इंक्लूड होंगे फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल और जो कंसेप्चुअल फ्रेमवर्क है और एप्लीकेबल टू ऑल दी प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट्स पर एप्लीकेबल, जो भी प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट है उन सब पे एप्लीकेबल है. उसके बाद पार्ट 2 जो है वो बात करता है प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट जो कि सर्विस में है which set out the additional material that applies to professional accountant in service. जब हम परफॉर्म करेंगे पर्सनल प्रोफेशनल एक्टिविटीज को, प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट इन सर्विस इंक्लूड प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट एम्प्लॉयड, engaged or contracted in executive or non-executive capacity, for example the commerce industry, service, the public sector or education, the not-for-profit sector and the regulatory or professional body. Part 2 is also applicable to individual who are professional accountants. Part 2 जो है वो भी applicable होता है जो भी इंडिविजुअल है जो कि प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट है, पब्लिक प्रैक्टिस में है, जब वो परफॉर्म कर रहे होंगे प्रोफेशनल एक्टिविटी पर्सन टू देयर रिलेशनशिप विद द फर्म एज एन एम्प्लॉय. पार्ट 3 बात करता है प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट इन पब्लिक प्रैक्टिस विच सेट आउट एडिशनल मटेरियल दैट अप्लाई टू प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट इन पब्लिक प्रैक्टिस व्हेन प्रोवाइडिंग द प्रोफेशनल सर्विस एज फॉलो. Part 4A is the independence for audit and review engagement which applies when performing audit or review engagement. Part 4B, independence for assurance engagement other than audit and review engagement, which applies when performing the assurance engagement that are not audit or review engagement. What is the glossary which contain defined terms together with additional explanation where appropriate, and describe terms which have a specific meaning in certain parts of the code. For example, as noted in the glossary in part 4A, the term audit engagement applies equally both to audit and review engagement. The glossary also includes the list of abbreviations that are used in the codes and other standards to which the code refers. Then comes what will be the overview of the code of ethics. Part 1, part 2, part 3. पार्ट 1, कंप्लाई करना है हमें कोड के साथ फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल. जो हमने पढ़ा उसकी जस्ट समरी दी है. व्हाट वी हैव read till now that is comply with the code. हमें कंप्लाई करना होगा कोड के साथ, फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल के साथ, कंसेप्चुअल फ्रेमवर्क के साथ. हमें क्या करना होगा? हमें कंप्लाई करना होगा कोड के साथ, फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल्स के साथ, कंसेप्चुअल फ्रेमवर्क के साथ. पार्ट 2 बात करता है प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट इन सर्विस. पार्ट 2 जो है वो बातें करेगा. पार्ट 1 हमें कंप्लायंस करना है कोड के साथ, फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल के साथ, कंसेप्चुअल फ्रेमवर्क के साथ. ये सारी बातें हमें बताएगा पार्ट 1. पार्ट 2 जो है वो बताता है प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट इन सर्विस के रिगार्ड में. पार्ट 3 जो है वो बताएगा प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट इन पब्लिक प्रैक्टिस के बारे में. फिर इंडिपेंडेंस स्टैंडर्ड्स आ जाते हैं पार्ट 4A, पार्ट 4B. पार्ट 4A जो बताएगा वो बताएगा ऑडिट एंड रिव्यू एंगेजमेंट के बारे में. पार्ट 4B बताएगा इंडिपेंडेंस फॉर एश्योरेंस एंगेजमेंट अदर देन ऑडिट एंड रिव्यू एंगेजमेंट के बारे में. देन आता है हमारा ग्लोसरी. जो कोड है दैट कंटेन सेक्शन जो एड्रेस करेगा स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक्स. Some sections contain subsections dealing with a specific aspect of those topics. Each section of the code is structured where appropriate as follows. Introduction जो है that is set out the subject matter address within the section and introduces the requirement. हम क्या बोलते हैं? Each section of code is structured where appropriate as follows. जो भी सेक्शन है कोड का that is same is structured है that is as follow. Each section of the code उसे structure किया है where appropriate as follow. First one is the introduction, set out the subject matter address within the section and introduces the requirement and application material in the context of the conceptual framework. Introductory material contain information including an explanation of term use which is important to the understanding and application of each part and its sections. Requirement establish general and specific obligation with respect to the subject matter address. Application material provide context, explanation, suggestion for action on matters to consider, illustration and other guidance to assist in complying with the requirements. एक प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट जो है उसे कंप्लाई करना होता है, फॉलो करना होता है कोड से. देयर माइट बी सर्कमस्टेंसेस वेयर द लॉ और रेगुलेशन प्रीक्लूड an accountant from complying with certain part of code. In such circumstances, those laws and regulations prevail and the accountant shall comply with all other parts of the code. Then comes the fundamental principles. In order to achieve the objective of the accountancy profession, professional accountants have to observe a number of prerequisites of or fundamental principles. जो फंडामेंटल प्रिंसिपल्स है दैट इज डिस्कस इन द कोड ऑफ एथिक्स ऑफ आईसीए टू बी कंप्लाइड एज गिवन बिलो. कैसे कंप्लायंस करना होता है? प्रोफेशनल बिहेवियर, कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी, प्रोफेशनल कॉम्पिटेंस एंड ड्यू केयर, ऑब्जेक्टिविटी एंड इंटीग्रिटी. So these are the fundamental principles है of a code of ethics of ICAI. ये क्या है? These are nothing but the fundamental principle that includes the professional behavior, confidentiality, professional competence and due care, objectivity and integrity. Integrity, that is subsection 111. A professional accountant shall comply with the principle of integrity which requires an accountant to be straightforward and honest. Integrity. What is integrity? Basically, that is what is integrity? That is subsection triple one. Integrity subsection triple one क्या होता है? A professional accountant shall comply with the principle of integrity. एक प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट को कंप्लाई करना होता है. What he need to do, that is उसे कंप्लाई करना होता है प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इंटीग्रिटी विच रिक्वायर्स एन अकाउंटेंट टू बी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड होना चाहिए, उसे ऑनेस्ट होना चाहिए. इन ऑल प्रोफेशनल एंड बिजनेस रिलेशनशिप इंटीग्रिटी implies fair dealing and truthfulness. What do you understand by the integrity? ईमानदारी, fair dealing होनी चाहिए, truthfulness होना चाहिए. A professional accountant shall not knowingly be associated with report, written communication or other information where the accountant believes that the information contain a materially false or misleading statement, content a statement or information provided negligently, or omit or obscures required information where such omission or obscurity would be misleading. However, a professional accountant will not be considered to be in a breach of matter mentioned above in para 2 if the professional accountant provide a modified report in respect of such above mentioned matter. When a professional accountant becomes aware of having been associated with the information described in para 2, the accountant shall take steps to be disassociated from that information. Objectivity, that is subsection 112. A professional accountant shall comply with the principle of objectivity which require an accountant not to compromise professional or business judgment because of bias, conflict of interest or undue influence of others. A professional accountant shall not undertake a professional activity if a circumstances or relationship unduly influences the accountant professional judgment regarding that activity. What will be the professional competence and due care? A professional accountant shall comply with the principle of professional competence and due care, which require an accountant attain and maintain professional knowledge and skill at the level required to ensure that the client or employing organization receive competent professional service based on current technical and professional standard and the relevant legislation. तो हम क्या बोलते हैं? प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट शेल कंप्लाई करे with the principle of professional competence and due care, which require an accountant to attain and maintain the professional knowledge and skill at the level required to ensure that the client or employee organization receive competent professional service based on current technical or professional standard and the relevant legislation. उसके बाद act diligently in accordance with applicable technical and professional. act diligently, act करे diligently in accordance with, किसके accordance में? In accordance with applicable technical and professional standards. Serving clients and employing organization with professional competence requires the exercise of sound judgment in applying professional knowledge and skill when undertaking professional activities. Maintaining professional competence require and continuing awareness and understanding of relevant technical, professional and business developments. Continuing professional development enables a professional accountant to develop and maintain the capability to perform competently within the professional environment. Diligence encompasses the responsibility to act in accordance with the requirement of an assignment carefully, thoroughly, or on a timely basis. In complying with the principle of professional competence and due care, a professional accountant shall take reasonable steps to ensure that those working in a professional capacity under the accountant authority have appropriate training and supervision. Where appropriate, a professional accountant shall make clients, the employing organization, or other users of the accountant professional services or activity aware of the limitation inherent in the service or activity. Confidentiality, that is subsection 114, क्या किस बारे में बात करते हैं? A professional accountant shall comply with the principle of confidentiality, which requires an accountant to respect the confidentiality of information acquired as a result of professional and employment relationship. Accountant shall be alert to the possibility of inadvertent disclosure, including in a social environment and particularly to a close business associate or an immediate or a close family members. Maintain confidentiality of information within the firm or employing organization. Maintain confidentiality of information disclosed by prospective client or employing organization. Not disclose confidential information acquired as a result of professional and employment relationship outside the firm or employing organization without proper and specific authority unless there is a legal or professional duty or right to disclose. Not use confidential information acquired as a result of professional and employment relationships for the personal advantage of the accountant or for the advantage of a third party. Not use or disclose any confidential information acquired either or received as a result of professional or employment relationship after the relationship has ended. And take reasonable steps to ensure that personnel under the accountant control and individual from whom advice and assistance are obtained respect the accountant's duty or confidentiality. Confidentiality serves the public interest because it facilitates the free flow of information from the professional accounting clients or employing organization to the accountant in a knowledge that the information will not be disclosed to a third party. Nevertheless, the following are circumstances where professional accountant or are might to be required to disclose confidential information or when such a disclosure might be appropriate. What are the disclosure is required by law? Production of documents or other provision of evidence in the course or legal proceedings, disclosure to the appropriate public authority of infringements of the law that come to light. Disclosure is permitted by law and is authorized by the client or the employing organization. There is a professional duty or right to disclose when not prohibited by law to comply with the requirement of peer review or quality review of the institute. To respond to an inquiry or investigation by a professional or regulatory body, to protect the professional interest of a professional accountant in legal proceeding, to comply with the technical and professional standards involving the ethics requirement. In deciding whether to disclose the confidential information, professional accounting should consider the following points. Whether the interest of any party, including the third party whose interest might be affected, could be harmed if the client or employing organization consent to the disclosure of information by the professional accountant. Whether all the relevant information is known and substantiated to the extent it is practicable, and the proposed type of communication to whom it is addressed. Whether the party to whom the communication is addressed are appropriate recipient. A professional accountant shall continue to comply with the principle of confidentiality even after the end of relationship between the accountant and a client or employing organization. When charging employment or acquiring a new client, the accountant is entitled to use prior experience but shall not use or disclose any confidential information acquired or received as a result of professional or employment relationship. Professional behavior, subsection 115. A professional accountant shall comply with the principle of professional behavior, which require an accountant to comply with relevant rules and regulation and avoid any conduct that accountant knows or should know might discredit the profession. Conduct that might discredit the profession include conduct that a reasonable and informed third party would likely to conclude in adversely affect the good reputation of the profession. A professional accountant shall not knowingly engage in any employment, occupation, or activity that impairs or might impair the integrity, objectivity, or good reputation of the profession, and as a result would be incompatible with the fundamental principles. When promoting himself and his work, a professional accountant shall not bring the profession into disrupt. A professional accountant is required to conduct his affair in a manner that he remain outside the boundary of professional and other misconduct. A professional accountant shall be honest and truthful and should not make exaggerated claims for the service they are able to offer, the qualification they possess, or experience they have gained, or disparaging references or unsubstantiated comparison to the work of others. Any direct or indirect measure to advertise any professional or other facts which are in violation of advertisement guidelines issued by the Council of the Institute from time to time. The professional accountant should ensure that the content of the advertisement are true to the best of his knowledge and belief and are in conformity with the advertisement guidelines. And be aware that the institute does not own any responsibility whatsoever for such a content or claims by him. However, if a professional accountant is in doubt about whether a form of proposed advertising is appropriate, the accountant is encouraged to consult with the Ethical Standards Board of ICA. A professional accountant shall comply with each of the fundamental principles. The fundamental principle of ethics establishes the standards of behavior expected of a professional accountant. The conceptual framework establishes the approach which an accountant is required to apply to assist in complying with those fundamental principles. A professional accountant might face a situation in which complying with one fundamental principle conflict with complying with one or a more fundamental principle. In such a situation, the accountant might consider consulting with the others within the firm or employing organization, those charged with governance, the institute legal counsel. However, such a consultation does not relieve the accountant from the responsibility to exercise professional judgment to resolve the conflict or, if necessary and unless prohibited by law or regulation, disassociate from the matter creating the conflict. The professional accountant is encouraged to document the substance of the issue, the detail of any discussion, the decision made, and the rationale for those decisions. What are the threat evaluation or threat of and safeguards? What are the threat evaluation of threats and safeguards? The conceptual framework specifies an approach for professional accountant to identify threat to compliance with the fundamental principle, evaluate the threat, identify, address the threat by eliminating or reducing them to acceptable level. What are the threat? Threat to compliance with the fundamental principle fall into one and more of the following categories. Threat is self-interest threat, इससे एट द इंटरमीडिएट लेवल पे तो क्वेश्चन आते थे बेसिकली, आई डोंट नो फाइनल में आएगा कि नहीं रिलेटिंग टू दिस टॉपिक, बट वी कैन नॉट इग्नोर एट द सेम टाइम वी नीड टू रीड एवरीथिंग सो प्रॉपरली. There is chart. Okay, I got it. थ्रेट में फर्स्ट वन इज दी सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट थ्रेट. थ्रेट में जो फर्स्ट टॉपिक डील करता है दैट इज सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट थ्रेट. सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट थ्रेट, हमें अपने इंटरेस्ट की वजह से खतरा है. सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट कैसे, मतलब the threat that a financial or other interest will inappropriately influence a professional accountant judgment or behavior. What is the self-interest threat? क्या है? The threat that a financial or other interest will inappropriately influence करेगा professional accountant के judgment और behavior. What will be the self-review threat? The threat that a professional accountant will not appropriately evaluate the result of previous judgment made or an activity performed by the accountant or by another individual within the accounting firm or employing organization on which the accountant will rely when performing a judgment or part of forming the current activity. तो इसका जब हम डिटेल में अभी पढ़ेंगे, इसके बाद सब्सिक्वेंटली इसी चीज को डिटेल में दे रखा है, तो तब हमें ज्यादा एज सच हमें ज्यादा समझ आएगा द सेम थिंग अभी हम पढ़ रहे हैं. बट द थिंग इज हमें यही चीजें डिटेल में समझ आएगी जस्ट आफ्टर दिस पैरा, बिकॉज इसके बाद जो है द सेम टॉपिक्स यही है ऑलमोस्ट. तो हम इसको पढ़ते हैं, बट इसको पढ़ने के बाद आई डोंट नो वेदर वी आर एबल टू कंटिन्यू वन सिटिंग इन वन गो दिस चैप्टर, बट स्टिल वी ट्राई. सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट थ्रेट क्या होता है? द थ्रेट दैट अ फाइनेंशियल और अदर इंटरेस्ट जो है वो इनएप्रोप्रिएटली इन्फ्लुएंस करे प्रोफेशनल अकाउंट के जजमेंट और बिहेवियर. मतलब कि ऐसा फाइनेंशियल और अदर इंटरेस्ट की वजह से जिसकी वजह से हमारा जो जजमेंट और बिहेवियर वो इन्फ्लुएंस हो रहा है समहाउ. Self review threat क्या? The threat that a professional accountant will not appropriately evaluate the result of previous judgment made or an activity performed by the accountant by another individual within the accounting firm or employing organization which the accountant will rely when forming a judgment as a part of performing a current activity. Advocacy threat, the threat that the professional accountant will promote the right client for employing the organization position to the point that the accountant objectivity is compromised. Familiarity threat is a threat that due to long or close relationship हमारा client से इतना लंबा रिश्ता है, इतना long और close relationship है client से और employing organization, a professional accountant will be too sympathetic है to their interest or to accepting to their work. Intimidation threat क्या है? The threat that a professional accountant will be deterred from acting objectively because actual or perceived pressure including attempts to exercise undue influence over the accountant. The following are the example of fact and circumstances within each of these category of threat that might create the threat for a professional accountant when undertaking a professional service. What is the self-interest threat? Self-interest threat क्या है? A professional accountant having a direct financial interest in a client. What is basically the हम क्या बोलते हैं that? What is basically the self-interest threat? Self-interest threat क्या होता है? What is basically the self-interest threat? A professional accountant having a direct financial interest in a client. A professional accountant having a direct financial interest. Professional accountant का direct financial interest है client में. A professional accountant quoting a low fee to obtain a new engagement, and the fee is so low that it might be difficult to perform the professional service in accordance with applicable technical and professional standard for that price. Self-interest threat, professional accountant have direct उसका financial interest है in a client में. A professional accountant quoting a low fee, बहुत ज़्यादा कम fee है to obtain a new engagement, and the fee is so low that it might be difficult है हमारे लिए कुछ प्रोफेशनल सर्विस को परफॉर्म करना एप्लीकल टेक्निकल और प्रोफेशनल स्टैंडर्ड फॉर दैट प्राइस. अ प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट हैविंग अ क्लोज बिजनेस रिलेशनशिप है क्लाइंट के साथ. A professional accountant having access to confidential information that might be used for professional accountant having access to confidential information that might be used किया जा रहा है for the personal gain के लिए. A professional accountant discovering a significant error when evaluating the result of previous professional service performed by a member of the accountant's firm. Then comes the self-review threat. So what is the self-review threat? A professional accountant issuing an assurance report on the effectiveness of the operation of financial system after implementing the system. A professional accountant having prepared the original data used to generate record data subject matter of the assurance engagement. What is self-review threat? Basically, a professional accountant is issuing an assurance report on the effectiveness of the operation of financial system after implementing the system. A professional accountant having prepared the original data used to generate record data is subject matter of the assurance engagement. What is advocacy threat? What is advocacy threat? Basically, a professional accountant promoting the interest of or share in a client. A professional accountant acting as an advocate on behalf of a client in litigation or dispute with the third parties. A professional accountant lobbying in a favor of legislation on behalf of a client. Then comes what will be the familiarity threat. What will be a familiarity threat? A professional accountant having a close or immediate family member who is the director or officer of the client. A director or officer of the client or an employee in a position to exert significant influence over the subject matter of the engagement, having recently served as the engagement partner. An audit team member having the long association with the audit client. Then comes the intimidation threat. कोई धमका रहा है हमें. A professional accountant being threatened with dismissal from a client, engagement or the firm because of disagreement about a professional matter. A professional accountant feeling pressurized to agree with the judgment of a client because the client has more expertise on the matter in a question. क्योंकि client के पास more expertise है. A professional accountant being informed that a planned promotion will not occur unless the accountant agree with an appropriate accounting treatment. A professional accountant having accepted a significant gift from a client and being threatened that the acceptance of this gift will be made public. So this is basically the case. उसके बाद जो हमने पढ़ा है उसी के एग्जाम्पल फर्दर उसे डिस्कस किया, तो ये भी हम एग्जैक्टली इसी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे पढ़ लेते हैं. तो द फॉलोइंग, बिकॉज क्वेश्चन जो है वो एग्जैक्टली एग्जाम्पल हमें दिए जाते हैं, हमें आइडेंटिफाई करना होता है कि क्या है, तो हमें एग्जाम्पल से ज़्यादा क्लैरिटी मिलती है. बिकॉज क्वेश्चन बेस्ड अप्रोच से हमें हाउ ज़्यादा क्लैरिटी मिलती है फॉर द थिंग्स दैट वी आर रीडिंग irrespective of any subject. The following are the example of the facts and circumstances within each of those categories that might create the threat for a professional accountant when undertaking a professional activity. First one is a self-interest rate. तो self interest rate क्या होता है? Professional accountant holding a financial interest in or receiving a loan guarantee from the employing organization. हम क्या है कि प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट जो है होल्डिंग अ फाइनेंशियल इंटरेस्ट, हमें लोन मिल रहा है, गारंटी मिल रही है एम्प्लॉइंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने हमें एम्प्लॉयमेंट दिया है उसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की वजह से हमें लोन मिल रहा है किसी चीज़ के लिए, किसी गारंटी मिल रही है, तो ये हमारे इंटरेस्ट की वजह से ये थ्रेट अगर हो रहा है, दैट इज द सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट थ्रेट. A professional accountant participating in incentive compensation arrangement offered by the employing organization. Professional accountant participate कर रहा है जो भी incentive compensation arrangements offer की जा रहे हैं employing organization के द्वारा हमें. Professional accountant having access to corporate asset for personal use. वो corporate company के assets को अपने personal use के लिए इस्तेमाल कर रहा है. That is the corporate asset for personal use. Then professional accountant being offered a gift or special treatment from a supplier of employing organization. उसे special treatment मिल रहा है, उसे gifts मिल रहे हैं. A professional accountant being offered a gift or special treatment from a supplier of the employing organization. Then comes the self-review threat. A professional accountant determining the appropriate accounting treatment for a business combination after performing the feasibility study supporting the purchase decision. So what is the self-review threat? क्या होता है? Professional accountant determining the appropriate accounting treatment. Determine कर रहा है appropriate accounting treatment for a business combination after performing the feasibility study supporting the purchase decision. So what is self-review threat में क्या होता है कि professional accountant determine कर रहा है appropriate accounting treatment को for a business combination after performing the feasibility study supporting the purchase decision. Then advocacy threat क्या होता है? Professional accountant having the opportunity to manipulate the information in a perspective in order to obtain favorable financing. वो अपने client का ही promote कर रहा है. Promotion मतलब where we feel that the objectivity is compromised. Then comes the familiarity threat. What is basically the familiarity threat कहता है? A professional accountant being responsible है क्या बाहर ही पड़ा है. What is the familiarity threat? Familiarity threat क्या होता है? Professional accountant being responsible है for the financial reporting of the employing organization when an immediate or close family members employed by the organization make decisions that affect the financial reporting of the organization. A professional accountant having a long association है with individual influencing the business decision जो है वो influence हो रहे हैं. Intimidation threat क्या है? Professional accountant or immediate or close family member facing the threat of dismissal or replacement over a disagreement about the application of an accounting principle, the way in which financial information is to be reported, an individual attempting to influence the decision-making process of the professional accountant, for example, with regard to awarding of contract or the application of an accounting principle. What are the specific circumstances that give rise to unique threat to compliance with one or more of the fundamental principles? Such a unique threat cannot be categorized in either professional or business relationship or professional accountant in public practice should always be on the alert for such circumstances and the threat. Then आता है हमारा evaluation of threat. Then comes the evaluation of threat. फिर उसमें भी different चीज़ें आती है, addressing the threat, then safeguard और then उसके बाद non compliance. In this video, in one sitting, in one go, we are covering the things up till now only, and further whenever we have time we will try to record the things to the latter part, and that also deal with basically with the professional ethics and liabilities of auditor. So recording the content on and uploading the same is only for the purpose that we are recalling. We all students are doing the group study, discussing the things to the extent we are getting the things, and it is effective. At least if we are reading for 48 minutes, then at least we are present at this place only, and we are focusing on this content only, so that audit needs concentration, 100% concentration that the audit subject demand from us. So all right, so bye for today, and we will continue in the next one.